Hello, hello. Yeah, it's working. Hello, everyone. Welcome to a regular old beat stream. I am very low energy today, so we'll see how we go. I literally got 0 done today. Almost didn't go live because it was just like, ugh. But I figured I should. So here we are. Let's actually, let's just go to full display. Hello, hail and well met. I guess we could implement the king. Is one of the things we could do. Sorry. I'm not 100% sold on that yet. As what today's gonna be. Just because I don't have, like I said, I don't really have a lot of energy. So it could be literally anything. We could do whatever today. But talking game mechanics in general might be a move. Because one of the things I was thinking, let's actually just go into tabletop. The stream cord worked? No. I don't know. Weird. Tuna, hello, hello. What up, dude? He's here, though it is very late for you. But then, why are you now asking for attention, even though I was doing nothing all day? But now that I'm trying to work, you just want my attention? Like she can tell. It's like a shark with blood, but kitten with productivity. So this is sort of relevant to the king. This is what I want to do. This, I'm not sold on this yet, but I think you're driving me crazy. Jealous of chat, I guess so. Give me like a little. Why did 2 of these cards not load? Why are a bunch of these cards just floating? Today's not my day, y'all. It's probably gonna be a short stream because I don't know how much I can handle, to be honest. Can we try again? No. Just load a new board and then try it again. Mod caching should be off, so it shouldn't. Oh, I don't even have my, did I even activate social stream? Did, in theory. What is happening? Why are cards just floating? They're just... Oh, man. They just keep going higher every time I lift them. Well, it's broken. Anyway, Tuna, hopefully your day is going good. Error, incomplete SSL, backstart, Glen Makers, image SSL is incomplete. I see. I see. I don't see, I don't understand. If this doesn't work this time, then I give up. Okay, now it works, apparently. So one of the things that, like, that I think the decks that I have that are my favorite so far have something where, like, the interaction between two players is heavy, right? Like, they have some sort of, like, some card that is exemplifies the co-opness of the I really guess I didn't do the thing. My day has been too much as well, but it'll be better tomorrow. I feel that, dude. I guess I didn't activate this. Activate. Okay, I just didn't. I opened it, but I didn't activate it. There you go. Now our stuff should show up on screen. Which apparently this isn't, like, allowed. Apparently you're not allowed to have combined chat, which I thought they changed their ruling on that, but they may have only changed their ruling on what's it called? Dual streaming, which I understand because the idea is, like, you can't police the other person's chat, but, like, at the same time you can't police chat from, like, I don't know, like a video game when you're on that. And if someone's saying, like, bad things, then like, I don't know. It's like you can't police any of that, so I feel like banning it as, like, a concept is silly. Anyway, I don't know. Here we are. Congrats on your seven streak watch streak. Hopefully that's getting you lots of Bitcoin. But yeah, today has been an interesting day for sure. I just literally got nothing done. I literally got up and I'm like, all right, let's work. And I sat at my desk and I just stared at the screen for like an hour and I'm like, okay, not getting anything done. Let's try something else. And then I, like, kind of bounced around and then eventually I'm like, okay, maybe I just need a nap. And I took like a half an hour nap. I couldn't sleep any longer. And I was like, well, I guess not. And then I watched Bean's stream for like a few hours while I, like, doodled. So at least I did something there, but it wasn't like or anything. It was just kind of a doodle. And then that was it. I guess I kind of, like, reached out to some people to maybe do some collab stuff, but I wouldn't say it was a very productive day. I think it's an excuse. Dual streaming has always been beneficial for streamers. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's like one of those rules that exists, but no one really enforces. They just have it there in case something is a problem, and they can be like, well, we banned you for that. You know, it's like, it's one of those things. And now I've arrived. Hello, Thunder. Thunder. How you doing today, dude? Long time no see. Yeah. Saw you on Bean's stream. Hi again, Thunder. Tuna, were you on Bean's stream? I didn't see you there, but maybe you were there earlier. I don't know. Or maybe I'm just blind. I don't know. $300 garlic in the ground, and I'm happy. Jeez, it's a lot of garlic. Holy heck and heck. I was lurking while I planted. I saw you there. I didn't know if Tuna was. He said hi again, so I was wondering if he also saw you today. Or if it was just hi again, as in I was there. Okay. Did I miss you? Were you there when I was there? Or am I crazy? I don't know. I was, like, half paying attention, so there's a chance I just missed you. He's lurking as well because he's doing so. Ah, okay. That makes sense. I see there, but lurking mode was strong with this one, indeed. We're all lurking. But yeah, one of the things that I like about some of these decks is that they have cards that exemplify the cooperative nature of the game. Like Devotion has Bridge, right? Bridge is very like, what's mine is yours, right? Trading Post as well. Trading Post is like, I share my units. Bridge is I share my blue effects. Library is a good one, right? Library is like, I share my cards with you. And then Magic Academy is kind of the other way around. It's like, if you use a spell, then I can use your spell. So it's kind of like, you got that back and forth a little bit. Harvest mostly has Embassy, which lets you play your cards on an ally's side of the board. And you can remove 8 units, play a card. 8 units still might be too much, or maybe units is just the wrong cost here. But those kind of things. These 3 have good stuff. These 2 I don't think do. They don't really have anything that kind of fits that co-op style, in my opinion. So we might want to rectify that. But I was thinking we could also potentially think about the king in that regard as well for altruism. Altruism itself is kind of like a one of those cards though. Like altruism is like, I'm gonna take damage for you and your side, so it's like kind of beneficial for everyone. But ever thought of having common cards that are in different decks? Well, a couple specific cards. I mean, yeah, some of the cards are shared throughout the decks. There are cards that are in multiple decks. Like, I guess War and Magic share both the Monk and the Spellblade currently. So basically, like, I will build a deck, and then I build some specific cards to kind of add to the overall like theme of the deck. It's Friday. It is Friday day. It's Friday day. Is Ace Friday day? But yeah, I think there are a lot of these cards are common, but yes, welcome in Toot. You've stumbled upon a low energy beats. I have had, I don't know, today's just been one of those days, you know? Hardly had the energy to do anything, so I'm trying, but sometimes it just do like that. I'm not trying to dox anything. Oh, no one look. This guy gets nothing. But yes, welcome into. Hope you're doing well. Talking about cards, because that's what we do here. Yeah, I don't know. I think, like, yeah, God of Destruction definitely could use something like that. And so could God of War. And that might just be like swapping out one card for another. You know, like maybe Army Camp goes out and like, I don't know, Trading Post doesn't really make sense. Bridge doesn't really make sense. I don't know, maybe we just have to make a few more of those cards, you know? Beats needs a mocha hot coffee. Those are like espressos, but without the crazy machine. Is Tuna still here? I don't know. It's very late for Tuna. Tuna's here. I don't need coffee because it's not even a lack of like I'm not sleepy per se. I just don't have any motivation or any discipline to keep working. That's the issue. It's interesting for the king to be that supportive cooperative card because he's a hero and it's been mostly structures you mentioned for other decks. That fits altruism well as it is the front line. Yeah, so that's kind of what I was thinking. Because yeah, most of them are structures, which I think is fine because structures usually are very, very powerful. But yeah. And honestly, I think maybe one of the things to do here is trade maybe trade Village out for Trading Post in Harvest, because Trading Post would be really good in the Harvest deck. And yeah, I don't know. We kind of have to create some new cards, but keep working. You've been busy today? No, literally done absolutely nothing. I tried, but just kind of stared at my screen today. Today was, I had no, I don't know, no motivation for anything. So, which usually I can be disciplined enough to overcome that, to just keep working on something, but I didn't have that either. Probably stay for an hour or two. Don't really feel tired. Well, there you go. So hopefully we can get something done today, but yeah, today's kind of been meh, to say the least. I did some art. That's about it, and it wasn't for anything. I was just trying to see if I could do art in a style that wasn't what I normally do. So, and just for fun. I haven't done art for fun in a while, but so yeah, I would like to like maybe come up with a card for Death and War that exemplify that. And maybe that's Gladiator Arena. Maybe we put like a base effect on Gladiator Arena to kind of, because right now its ability kind of is maybe meh. Like it's situational, right? Always nice to push your talent. Your boss level artist. Thank you, dude. I appreciate that. Honestly, I've gotten a lot better. This is like one of my favorite examples. Like just looking at, well, maybe not one of my favorite, but I think there is something to be said between like, because these are very similar looking. Oh god, these are very similar looking cards, but you can kind of see just like the improvements between just like, it looks better when you're looking at them like up close, like, or when it's actually the art and it's not like compressed to boop on Tabletop Simulator. But like the difference between those, or like, I don't know, the difference between these tents, you know, like the art's gotten better for sure. So I kind of wanted to see if I could draw in different styles, because I think my art has improved past like this specific style. You know, I wanted to see if like I was able to draw people or like anatomy, you know, like that kind of thing. It was mostly just try to do stuff that wasn't too challenging because I wasn't feeling it. But listen to this guy. Listen to which guy? Yeah. Too good for his own style. Not even that. I just wanted to know if I like, because like these people aren't like, this isn't like a, I mean, this guy's, you know, kind of has a little more anatomy, but like the reason I chose these little guys is because A, it was easy, and B, it's like I didn't have to do areas that I'm bad at, you know? I don't have to draw eyes, I don't have to draw hands, I don't have to draw legs, you know? So, I don't know, shrug. But yeah, I'm just kind of drained today, honestly. So I figured I'd get on for a bit. Maybe we talk about cards, maybe we draw, maybe we, I don't know. Kind of up to you guys, whatever you guys want to do.
Deep Toot 123 just cheered 10 bits.
Thank you, Toot. Thank you for the rainbow heart with a unicorn popping out of it. Bits. All right, wake the fuck up. It's not even. I'm not even tired. I'm just like, I don't have the energy. It's not even sleepy. It's just like, But thank you for the 10 bits. Oh no, I think he took it to heart. I think he's pulling your chain. No, I know what he's saying, but I'm also pointing it out, you know. I will have to go in a bit, helping the local hall set up for a bazaar. Ooh, fun. We can just chill, do some chill brainstorming. That's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm going where the wind takes us. We are chilling. Did I really not open Dexter's? I thought I did. I did. Well, I guess what we really need is beta cards. Oop. I wish they had like an actual dark mode for this, unless they came out with it since, but I have like an extension, so it's technically not actually in real dark mode. Yes. Thank you for the 10 biddies, Toot. I appreciate that. Up north here, it's always chill, but not chill but not the chill we have hanging out. Yeah. The cold chill. So yeah, I mean, God, I really need to organize this document. It's such a mess. Yeah, we need to have like player interaction or player, yeah, I guess interactions cards. So we need one for war, death, well, destruction. And I always spelled destruction wrong. I don't know why I do it within the I always, but and then altruism as well. But it being a hero might be interesting. There's no way that's spelled right? There's no way. Altruism. Yeah, there's no, that was not right. Here, you probably can't even see this. Document display. There we go. That's better. I could maybe even make it a little bigger. I should maybe start like making the document like a different color, so it's not like we're just like looking at a piece of paper, because I feel like that's not the most interesting stream content for some random person to come into. But yeah, here we are. Yeah. So yeah, we need to do those things. I don't know exactly. Let's actually talk about this for a second, because I think this is the more interesting thing, right? Well, not interesting, but it kind of leads us to the right area. Magic is all about cards, and they have library in their deck, right? which lets you share your cards. Right? So, you know, each one should sort of exemplify what the it would be nice to have ones that exemplify what the god does, but like pass it on to your ally, right? I think that would be a cool way to do it. Like something for war, we don't have it, but maybe like something along the lines of attacking, like sharing the ability to attack in some sort of way. You know what I mean? Altruism, I don't know exactly how that would work. Because altruism can already tank for your ally. Which I guess the whole like, well, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Like destruction could maybe, destruction I could almost see being like bridge, but for triggered effects, but that might be absolutely insane. In fact, I keep hitting the wrong button. In fact, that would probably be absolutely crazy. Because I have thought of making that card, but I think that would be pretty crazy. Well, that's not the effect of that anymore. But yeah. So yeah, we could maybe do something along lines with King with that, but I'm kind of not sure what altruism provides that it doesn't provide already for your ally. Which is why like your idea of like having it make allies gain like damage is kind of interesting. But at the same time, I'm unsure how I feel about that. Because the problem is giving the problem is like effectively. Okay, I think I figured it out. I remember what the issue was, because I remember telling you that the problem with there's a problem with static amount of damage. So like say you have a card. Let's pretend this is a new card, right? And it is attacking. I just need a low damage card. I don't know, whatever this. Actually, maybe the better thing is a barbarian instead of a cleric here. The interesting thing is the barbarian specifically says gain 3 units before attacking for a reason, instead of saying this unit does 3 more damage. Because say this card has, I don't know, 2 units and it does 3 more damage when attacking. I can't handle the 2 thing over there. The problem is it still only has 2 units. So it would die from this. Unless it had a 3rd unit, which then it wouldn't die. But it would go down to 1. And that just ends up just, like, it just feels more confusing than, like, okay, it gains 3 units. And then it loses 3. Like, technically it's the same thing. But it feels less confusing. So, I don't know. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's not as confusing as I remembered it being. You just have to have 1 more unit than you think you do. Like you'd have to have 3 units if it's dealing 3. Yeah, so it's basically the same deal, right? You'd still need to have the same amount. What about when getting attacked though? Let me change the example for a second. It's defensive. It takes 3 less damage. Yeah, I guess it's the same thing. But the problem is then you're tracking 2 separate resources, armor and damage, which I think is the initial concern. You may as well just be having it a unit source, because then you're technically not tracking multiple resources, I think, is the original thought process in that. So you always make it so it deals 3 damage before combat. What do you mean by before combat? Like before attacking? The problem is enemies don't take damage. You have to... They have to take... It's all or nothing. So, like, enemies don't matter, and then these guys could, like... I mean, I suppose these guys... Like, you could have an enemy that lowers attacking, but... Head into the gym now. Alright, dude. Okay, that's right. Never mind. No, you're good. Lurk. Alright, Toots. We'll see you around. I don't know how long I'm going for today, but we'll see if you come back by the end. So yeah, I don't know. The king could be interesting to have as like some sort of you know, attacking sort of buffer. But for some reason that seems less interesting to me. You know? I think probably the interesting thing to do is think of like all possible interactions, and what you can share with your ally is probably the better way to look at it, rather than go like, how can this hero give a benefit? It's more, what things here can be shared with your ally. We already have Bridge, which shares blue effects, right? So we could have, so possible things to share. You know, we'll leave this example up, but it could be confusing if it was a common mechanic, and actually prefer your design philosophy on not adding too many mechanics that are card specific, but I'm conflicted. Yeah. Well, I think there'd just be a better way to do it. It would just be like rather than having all cards gain 1 attack, right? You may as well just do, before attacking, all cards gain 1 unit. Right? All heroes gain 1 unit before attacking, so it's just you. Which is a lot, but like it's the same thing, right? Like you could just make the king do that. Technically, it's a little bit better than having 1 damage because, well, no, it's the same. Technically there are situations where you can gain units instead of just losing units, but like dealing 2 extra damage, or dealing, say this card deals 3 extra damage, or wait, no, the example would be, let's talk about a minion, I guess, right? If this card deals 3 extra damage when it attacks something, technically it's less powerful than this gaining 1 extra, or than gaining 3 units, right? Because it deals 1 damage, it doesn't lose any units, doesn't gain any units. Which is nice, because then it's not like I attack something and then I gain 3 units and then lose 1 unit, and I'm actually at a net, I don't think I did that right, but you know what I mean. Like I'm at a net positive. No, I did do that right. I'm at a net positive for number of units from before the attack, right? But I think it's more fun to play with your units rather than just being like, this card can just deal damage without any sort of consequence. Because you may as well use the resources that you have. Though it could be interesting the other way around too. Like maybe it would be a better way to balance it, right? Especially if it's just one card that has that effect and not like every single card. I don't know. But I'm also not convinced that's like a cool enough effect, you know? So let's talk about possible things to share. You can share triggered effects. You could share abilities. Which, that could be really good, right? That could be good with Altruism, because Altruism has an ability. Like, you could have... And maybe this isn't King, maybe this is something else, but whenever an ability is active, your ally can also use that ability, or something. I don't know. That wouldn't really work with Altruism, though. Altruism's kind of... It's kind of a weird exception to an ability, but... The Joy of Painting, Bob Ross. Cool story, Bob. I feel like that feels like a, Is that like a cool story, bro? Like I said something that wasn't cool, but it was kind of cool, but it wasn't. Is that what's happening? Go work out, Toot. That's even your real name. Everyone gaining a unit before attacking just seemed way too busted to me, but maybe it's not as insane in practice. Kind of depends on how you set. Kind of depends on your setup. Usually gaining one unit isn't busted, but gaining anything over one unit would potentially be more busted. Because then you can gain units past the thing that you're killing. I was thinking more of the process of relaxing or something. Okay. I was like, I don't know what this is supposed to mean. It felt like cool story, bro, but but it also it's Bob Ross, so I don't think Bob Ross has ever hurt anyone, so. Happy little mistakes, but don't tell me or I'll find you. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I just kind of feel like each of your allies' cards gaining a unit is cool, but it doesn't feel super or as impactful. The cards like Pyromancer that can keep attacking that would really benefit from that effect. Honestly, Pyromancer is probably like way better in the God of War deck than it is in the Magic deck. Because God of War basically would, you know, really help benefit with that. And that also feels like an effect that would fit better in the God of War deck, you know? Which is maybe like something we could just apply to like Wastelock Fortress or something. Like have some sort of conditional. I don't know. It's it feels like that might be, that effect might fit better in the God of War deck rather than in Altruism. But yeah, gaining units could be pretty crazy. Like Marauder was pretty crazy when I played recently, because Marauder with God of War, I think God of War is probably gonna have to be nerfed now that it's all cards, and that it can attack itself. The fact that its base effect procs itself now is kind of crazy. And I'm driving, so I'm trying to express myself quickly. Don't text and drive, toot. I don't care if you're at a stoplight. Don't do it. Pay attention to the road. I'll fight you. What's the consensus on Guts effect that delay death by a turn or maybe prevent it altogether? So you're like can't drop below 1 kind of thing, or that's probably way too powerful. Unless it's an ability. But then it's basically just Mage's Shield. Yes, Dad. What if I'm in a parking lot? That's okay. As long as you're parked, you know? How many different decks are you up to now? And how many are you hoping for before you release the game? I mean, here's the thing. I don't... At this point, the thing is, like, the content I'm making is, like, the game is the content, right? It doesn't really matter how long I work on the game for until I have a following, you know? Because right now, if I'm like, all right, I'm selling this game, like 10 of you will buy it. And that'll be it, you know? Right? Like, it's like, okay, cool. I have beat this game now. And now what? You know, like, it's not so much about how many I need or like how many I want. It's more, it doesn't really matter how long I work on the game. That said, I sort of have a number. So I guess the short answer is like, I don't really have a number. But currently there are this many decks, which is, we have 5, right? 5, we're working on a 6th. We should probably have a 7th. And at that point, I kind of feel like we should go for an 8th and have an even number. But at the same time, like, do we really need another deck? I don't know. Because we do have a few gods that we haven't even touched yet. But maybe we could just do, I don't know. We could just let other people come up with stuff for that. But you have a card that chooses to sacrifice itself in place of another hero swapping their units. Interesting. That's what expansion decks are for. Base game, 5 to 6 decks. Come out with more. Honestly, probably we could probably even maybe do less. Like, honestly, like the base game could just be 2 of these decks plus like an old god deck, you know? Like, the base game could probably come out with like this. Maybe it would be more. Maybe it's like 4 decks just to like have it be more interesting. But at this point, like, I don't think it needs to be... We don't need to have all 8 decks in the thing, right? Hello, DDP. How you doing today? Good evening, DDT. You've been upgraded to a pesticide. Upgraded? Downgraded? I don't know. Thunder's got pesticides on the brain. How you doing today, DDP? Welcome on in. We are just discussing some mechanics and such for each deck. It would be nice to have sort of cards that exemplify the co-op nature within each rebuilt deck. Obviously, players can kind of sort stuff around, but yeah, you can always roll out updates for the game. Yeah. I've worked with some strong pesticides, white suit and masked up. Yeah, I feel that. especially if, well, it's not in the physical form yet. Yeah, for sure. And honestly, it's really more valuable for me. Like, this is in the beta right now. There's a good chance I push most of this out into the thing. I was tempted to hold off and wait for you know, it's something that people can pay for, right? Like, it's in my Patreon right now, and it's a thing that people can win in the game jam, right? I'm gonna give that as a prize. But I kind of don't think it's worth keeping these pre-built decks as something that is like something I want to hold on to in here, because the beta can have other stuff, right? We can just keep making more cards. I think it's more beneficial to have playtesters and have people get the word out and have fun with the game than it is to like hold everything behind a paywall. She had a real job. Can't pay with garlic. Just mail me some garlic and I'll give you a key. Can you imagine? We'll just barter. 1 game for 10 garlic, please. Yeah, I think that's honestly that's part of what's getting me down lately too. Is I really like we're kind of in the danger zone of like not making money at this point. So I'm really gonna have to get some work that's not this. Unfortunately, my time as a complete, I mean, I would love to get something that's like within the realm of what I'm doing, like something in board games or, you know, maybe video games, I don't know, or, you know, editing job for like a streamer or YouTuber or something like that. I would love it to be something like that. But we'll see what I can work up, you know. I'm looking, but right now we're kind of getting into the danger zone as far as money goes. So so there may be like less coming out from me in the near future, but I'm trying to align some like fun stuff though. But we'll see. We shall see. As gracious as y'all are, Twitch is not, it doesn't really earn enough money, you know. You can't make it by running on like 70 cents per hour, you know. I did the math. I was like, oh, it's like, oh, you know, I made like $300 on streaming. That's actually not bad. And then I look at the number of hours stream. It's like 400 or something, 450. Hello, Sean the Pawn mows the lawn at dawn with a fawn that yawns, then yawns, I think. Yeah, there we go. Hello, how you doing? I like your little guy with a pitchfork, little devil guy. Work sucks. I agree. But yeah, I'm probably gonna have to find something. We'll see how it works. I'm hoping to find some sort of like editing work or something like that is cool, and I can kind of stay relevant in the sort of like network I have cultivated. Sounds like the wrong word, but we're just gonna go with that. But that is definitely gonna have to happen. My little guys are the best. They're pretty cute, not gonna lie. Take a little thumbs up. That's cute. It's good. Ding! A little star wink. But yeah. this is yeah, I don't know. Let's go back to less depressing things. Altruism. Editing is great for networking, definitely. Yeah, it would be cool. We'll see what I can get though. The problem is, like, I've made a lot of connections with smaller people, but being able to work, like, the smaller people don't have enough money to to hire me, right? At least at a rate that would probably work, you know. So here we are. Harry Beats couldn't do what I do without support of my family. I'd be houseless without them. Yeah, I feel you, dude. I mean, same. You know, same. I do a lot of work for my brother and stuff like that. I'm his on staff handyman. So, you know, I'm there with you. Family is helpful. Sean, it is. Don the Palma's lawn, Don with fawn that and then yawns. Have you ever thought of commission work for other creators? Yeah. I mean, I've talked to some people. I've reached out to a lot of people I know. But again, like, part of the problem is a lot of the smaller creators that I do know like, don't have the money to hire me for that, right? Nailby has done commission work for me. It's true. I did the French Fry studio little animation thing that he uses for his, like, subscription thing. This is boring to talk about. We can talk about something else. It's just what's currently going on with me. That's kind of why I think I'm low energy. Among just, like, end of the year expenses, taxes, all that kind of fun stuff. I don't even know if I'll have to pay any sort of taxes because, like, I did not make enough money this year. Here. I did this. Let me loop it. Loop it. Oh wait, sorry. Okay, again, this is Toots' art, but I did the animation for it. I'll be commissioning you again to help me make some ads. Okay, dude. I mean, like I said, this isn't me, like, trying to farm money. I'm just kind of venting more than anything, you know. I did the animation. Yeah. We can hit up some better conversations. It's not even like no, I mean, I brought it up, right? It's more just like what's been on my mind lately. Honestly, part of it is, like, I was like, end of the year taxes are coming, and in theory I got this all sorted out, but I do have to, like, follow up with government stuff. I gotta actually call them, but, like, the like tax rate can change based on whether they think you're, like, whether you're, like, whether you're, like, renting the house to someone or whether you're living in it. And they gave me a thing that's like, oh yeah, you owe, like, $5,000. And I'm like, okay, that's not okay. And then I didn't even notice it was a thing. I thought it was, like, kind of like a fake mail. I was like, seems silly. This can't be right. And then, but if I appealed to them and the appeal goes through, I only owe, like, $1,000. So it's like, that's manageable. But, like, a $5,000 random expense out of nowhere is, like, that kind of, like, that's gonna sink you kind of thing, you know, or it could, you know. I'll be fine either way, but in theory it's sorted. I gotta call them probably, like, Monday, but That kind of thing definitely takes the air out of your sails, you know? No, I meant to tell you about it earlier anyways. Okay, yeah. Well, cool, dude. You just let me know. It's not boring. I'm in the same boat. Except I'm lazy bones. You're not lazy, Tuna. I don't think you are. I think you should go a little less hard on the videos editing. I agree. You could put out more videos. True. There's a high quality enough where they were. I think the quality wouldn't take that much of a hit. Yeah, no, I definitely agree with you. I think the how-to video, I just wanted to... That one I definitely went too hard. Well, not too hard with. I think it made sense for what I was going for. I think it makes it stand out among other how-to-play videos, right? Like if you watch a how-to-play video from most games, they are lacking in content, lacking in quality. Like even like a lot of like professional game things are like either feel really boring. They're like, and this is what you do next, and then you do this. It's like I tried to make it exciting and visually interesting and like make sense, right? That said, I think honestly, like my next video is probably going to be a lot more talking head, me just like talking to the camera rather than like having visuals that represent everything. I would still like to have the little animations like with my mini-me and like me interacting with him, because I think that is something that's unique, and I think a lot of people like that. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure from what I've heard from critiques of other people, that's probably the main thing I should keep out of all of like the effort I put into those videos. And then yeah, I think that's where I leave the effort, and then everything else I just try to have like me talking to camera. And maybe just some like tabletop simulator stuff. Thumbs up. I don't know why I have a pen, like an Assassin's Creed hidden blade hidden in my gloves, but drawing. Yeah, I agree with you. That's been my plan for a while now, but I don't know. It's almost like I'm at a point where like I need to do other stuff first. I need to build some money back up before I can focus too much on those. Part of me is tempted to alter my streaming times, which I don't really want to, but like it might be I might do like 2 work days on, or 2 like stream days instead of 3, or like do a Tuesday Wednesday, or like Tuesday Thursday stream days, and then swap to like maybe have a weekend ones every now and then. I don't know. We're gonna have to like move stuff around based on like how much work I need to do on like money making projects, but that's just the fact of the matter, unfortunately, as much as I don't really want to. So yeah, we are coming up on an ad. How many bits? How many bits do I need to keep going on, to keep my regular schedule? Let's see. And 100 bits is that. Okay, carry the 1. Let's see. I need 3 million bits, please. It is interesting though. Well, we're about to hit an ad. But looking at like the earnings on Twitch, I don't know if I should show it. You know, whatever. Who cares? It is interesting to see how much. I think, you know, honestly, I think this is good for transparency if anyone actually wants to start streaming or you are streaming. And who cares? As long as it doesn't show. Let me make sure I'm not doxing myself. Doesn't like show. It's like, here's your routing number. No, we're good. Okay. That's a lot of bits. It is. You can see I've made $317, which is awesome, right? I cannot complain about that. For doing streaming, right? Like, doing something I find very, very fun, making money off of it, that's really cool. However, if you try to like consider it as like a salary, or like a wage, if you divide that by 446 hours. Yeah, do not calculate that as an hourly rate. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. You can't do that because it's like 70 cents. Anyway, we're hitting an ad. Actually, we just missed the ad. Give me a sec. Well, I don't even care. I should take a break, otherwise I'll be too tired. So give me a second. I will be right back. Be back in probably less than 3 minutes, honestly. Hey, I'm Beats. Physics is a tricky theme to adapt to a board game. However, to tackle it, I decided to make gravity one of the main sources of movement. At first, I thought of a Tetris-style approach where everything moves downward, but I thought that was kind of dull, so I brainstormed a bit and came up with a space concept. I could use planets and other celestial bodies to manipulate gravity in different directions. That led me to my first major card type, celestial bodies, consisting of planets, moons, asteroids, stars, and black holes. Each one has its own mass, which determines how hard it pulls things, and a directional arrow that tells you which way it pulls. They also have an energy value, which players can use to convert into power. I chose a square format so that they could be used as tiles on the board, and then digitally painted a celestial body for each of them. Up next are player cards, which I called ship components. Not sure it's really fitting anymore, but that's what I called them. They come in 4 flavors. Effectors, which did things like reduce mass or change the direction of gravity. Creators, which spawn additional celestial bodies onto the map. Propulsion systems, which give you extra movement options. And power systems, which grant you power that you can spend on more movement, or the other card types, provided you have enough. To match the sci-fi look, I decided to give these cards a hologram HUD sort of design. I'll admit I borrowed some elements from one of my other projects. Despite that, I highly recommend self-plagiarism. It may seem like cheating, but it's no different than downloading assets, and this way you can have a unique visual identity across all your games. And with that, this is Stellar Shift. At the start, players place their ships and a few celestial bodies on the map. After that is player phase, where players use ship components to move across the board and manipulate celestial bodies. And then comes the shift phase. During shift phase, each celestial body activates, one at a time from left to right, top to bottom, pulling ships based on its mass and direction. If you get pulled into a celestial body, you lose the game. After that comes the next phase, where each player will place a new celestial body somewhere on the board. The cycle then repeats until there's just one pilot left standing. Or flying, I guess. Overall, I think it turned out all right. The games are usually extremely quick, lasting 2 to 3 rounds, which is maybe a little bit too fast, but kind of a refreshing pace compared to my other games, which can last hours. And this game would also be best to be played with a chess clock or something like that to keep it from getting too tedious. If you enjoyed my part of this video, check out my YouTube channel, where I talk board games, card games, tabletop RPGs, and game design as a whole. Recently, I was challenged by Blackthorn Prod to make a board game in just 24 hours. developers. If you've already seen that video, consider this the extended cut of my section. If you haven't and you're unfamiliar with them, Blackthorn Prod is a YouTube channel known for challenging developers to make games. This video was part of their engine battle series, where each dev used their preferred game engine to build a game. Of course, I'm a board game developer, so I don't really Hello, thank you. Sorry. I was just saying, thank you. I was just saying basically, all that was to say, as helpful as that stuff is, obviously it is no salary, right? But I'm very grateful for everything I do get from there. It's just, you know, it helps with, I was basically saying it was like, you know, that's basically, you know, groceries for a month, right? So can't complain about that one bit. Tank beats earlier. I could shoot you some coinage. You're so worth it. Thanks, dude. I appreciate that. And I don't want you to have to do that either, right? It's just yeah, sorry if this sounds like kind of doom and gloom today. I guess I'm just partly in a mood, but partly it's just like I'm trying to figure out what to do, you know? So yeah. And honestly, like, say I could get some like decent like editing or VFX work, like if I just get like some jobs for that, that would pretty much pay for what I need to do. Because like a lot of that can be, at least from what I've seen, is the pay's pretty good. You know, streaming can only be fun. Wait, streaming can only be fun for creatives like us. Indeed. It's part of the creative struggle though, right? Like making money off of what you want to do. Which I think a lot of people don't understand, right? Like a lot of people don't understand what the dream means, right? Which is rough, but it's not need to, it's want to. I know. I do appreciate it though. But all of us here know you will succeed, so no need to worry. Thank you, Tuna. He's just too smart and too hardworking not to. Yeah, the question is like, where, how, right? how do succeed with, while still doing, like, I don't think, I mean, maybe eventually if I kept doing the same thing, like what I'm doing exactly right now, I would get there, but probably not, right? Like I need to do something. I need to figure out what with my tool set I have that makes me successful, right? And hopefully still enjoy doing it, right? That's like the biggest thing. I did have a fun thought for a series. I thought it would be fun. It has nothing to do with board games or anything like that. You'll be my first hire if French Fry takes off. that's actually one of the cool things, right? Is like, Toot says this a lot when I'm in his stream, and like, I was like, oh no, too bad, like, you know, some of the guys aren't here because it's like late, because you know, half of them are sleeping right now. I was like, oh no, I don't want to like take your success anyway. And I'm like, it's really not taking anyone's success, right? The cool part is, if one of us succeeds, we all succeed. I think is the kind of cool thing, right? I think we all succeed together, which I think is probably the coolest part about being part of the creative community in general. Well, not even necessarily just the creative community in general, but just like having cool friends who are creative, right? Or doing content creation and that kind of stuff. So I think that's cool. I was saying something before that. Oh yeah, I think it'd be cool. Again, it has nothing to do with board game stuff, but I thought it might be cool to do a series where I because like one of the biggest things about YouTube is it rewards content that is consistent, and it would be cool to do a series of, I basically make like stream assets, like stingers and stuff like that, like this sort of thing, right? Or not this sort of thing, right? for other streamers, like while they're streaming, we find small people, make them some sort of like cool thing, and then raid them and then give them the thing. I thought that would be kind of a fun series to do, where it's kind of like how some people are like, oh yeah, I'll redraw your character, and there's like someone who did I saw someone do this where they're like, yeah, I'm gonna redraw your character, and they pretend to be like a newbie artist, and then they like give the super well polished piece. I think that would be kind of I think that'd be kind of a fun thing to do. The fact that you're willing to do jobs on the side to support your dream is proof of how much you value said dream. Being realistic, like, that is exactly the quality you need to succeed. Thank you, dude. I appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of feels crazy because like I quit a different job that was not necessarily the best paying, but it was a cool job, right? To do this. There was like weird management stuff that kind of sucked, but you know what job doesn't have that? But it wasn't like a bad job, you know? But I think, and it kind of all the stuff sort of lined up to make sense to do this, but because if I didn't try to do this, I would definitely have regretted it. But, and it's not like it's over, but the capacity may change, you know, from here and there. I do feel bad though. Only reason I have viewers is because everyone here is so dang nice. Well, that's the thing though, right? Like I said, like, I think that is part of the yeah, like that's just part of the thing. Like if you do well, then you raid me or you tell people to come see me, and then we all succeed together. Improve the production quality. Yeah, kind of. Like just do like cool animations or something for them. I don't know. I think it could be like a cool series. Personally, if I start watching YouTube or Twitch, I would do a side job because isn't the algorithm very random? YouTube, no. Twitch, yes. The algorithm has its thing, but trying to figure out and understand the algorithm and how it fits you is the hard part. Without, while it's still being like a fun creative thing. because you could probably make like slop that, you know, soul sucking and be successful if you just followed a template and did it like over and over and over and over and over again. But that's not really what I'm here for, you know. You have the tenacity to make it, man. So like that's the thing. Like obviously, like I have a good what's it called? I think I have a good work ethic, right? Like I will get up and like start working on like I'll work on stuff even if I don't want to. Usually. Today was kind of an exception to that. But but yeah, right? Like, but the thing is, like, how do I use that in the right way to make it work? I guess is the question. Right? And like, because like I think if I just keep pushing at what I'm doing currently exactly the way I'm doing it, I don't think it will work. Probably. I don't know. Hard to say. Because there's a lot of really cool people out there that who are also not full-time streamers or full-time content creators or whatever, right? Like, you know, Tice is a good example. Dual wielded, right? His stuff's awesome. His devlog's really, really good. But he still works, you know, editing jobs as well, right? So, I don't know. It's all weird. Kind of meant like random as in understanding it. Yeah, YouTube algorithm constantly changes. That's true. It changes all the time too. I think that it's kind of one of those things like where people are like, you know, there's a lot of people out there who are like, hey, you know, would you get like, oh yeah, I quit my job and I became a YouTuber and I got really famous. And it's like, but I wouldn't recommend you do that. I think that's like, I kind of hate that. Not that I hate it, but like it makes sense, right? Like I probably wouldn't like go out and recommend, yeah, quit your job and do YouTube. It depends on like what your responsibilities are, right? I think I have 0 responsibilities pretty much. My cat is my only real responsibility. Right? If I lose everything, whatever, right? To an extent, right? Obviously, like I don't want to, but I also think there's enough people telling you not to do something that I think there's a like sometimes people should just go for it, right? But again, that depends. Like if you have like, you know, kids or, you know, whatever, like maybe you need to maybe you need to consider that kind of stuff first, right? Obviously there's like always something to consider. I'm kind of rambling now. Over here now, money is freedom, but happiness and fulfillment are true measures of success. True. Although money does help, I don't know, money does help. Like they say money doesn't buy happiness, but it can definitely help you buy more time, you know, in a way. So without following your passions, you can never be successful. I think so. I mean, you can never be fulfilled, which I think is different. Welcome to the dark side once again. Indeed, welcome to the dark side. I'm kind of saddened by the large amount of how to make millions on a faceless AI channel, right? That's pretty sad. It both tricks people and ruins YouTube. True. The dark side. What's up, Anonymous? We're being I don't know, real today, I guess. I don't know. We're talking about just like that I need to make money mostly. That's mostly what we're talking about. We were talking about game mechanics a little bit, and we'll probably get back to that, but today's been like a very meh day for me. Kind of one of those days where you just kind of don't have any energy. In part that's definitely slightly stressed due to figuring out my financial situation, you know. So I'm kind of venting and everyone's being nice as per usual. An existential day indeed. I am a very successful homeless person, but do not quit your job or try it out, even with my success. Yeah, it's kind of like one of those things where it's like, you need to know, you need to know when you can do it, but I also don't, like, it's one of those things that's like, if you need to try it, you need to try it, you know? You need to try the dream, then you should go for it. In my opinion. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Money makes you happy, but they're diminishing returns after a 300K salary. Yeah, isn't that like a actual statistic? Anonymous. This is my second or third time watching a Friday stream, and they're been like 2/3 real talk. It's because it's the end of the week and I'm tired. I feel like they've gotten more frequent, unfortunately, and I apologize for that, but yeah. as the money situation gets worse, they do get more frequent. I argue the freedom it gives is what makes people happy, not the money itself. Yeah, I mean, for sure. It's engaging. You should set topic to just chatting. I could. I don't know how much longer we're going to talk about this, but why not? I feel like we're basically done with it, but maybe we aren't. It'll be just chatting for a few minutes while I think about it. Although just chatting's probably a bad thing to set your title to, even though it is the largest watched topic or whatever it's called, category. It also means that there's the most people, or a lot of people way bigger than you taking a lot of those views. So not that, again, I don't think any of this is like you shouldn't be competing for that kind of thing, but there's a big difference between fulfillment and just happiness. True. Money can kind of buy you happiness, but not fulfillment. Right, exactly. Money can buy you my brain stopped working. I feel fulfilled from an all expense paid trip to Hawaii. I mean, there you go. I mean, maybe your fulfillment is travel, right? And if you have money, you can travel. Depends on who you are, right? I don't get fulfillment out of travel. Not really. I get fulfillment out of making things. And I just want to have the money to make stuff. So, you know, here we are. I'm fulfilled by the moments I made with my dear wife. Yeah, I mean, there you go, right? Like, well, I don't know. It depends, right? Happiness and fulfillment can be... They are separate, for sure, but they can go hand in hand. I mean, that's why, like, a lot of people work and then do stuff that they actually like to do outside of work. And that's probably a lot of time fulfilling, even if it's something that they don't necessarily care about working for. Because they don't have to have their work be the thing that fulfills them. Wait, there's life outside of work. There is. Are you at the gym right now, dude? I guess that's working out, you know. It is a type of work, I suppose. In front of squats. Wait, the front squats were rough because I need to number 2. Damn it. Money can't buy you happiness, but it can get you some green, and that's close enough for me. There you go. Cast divine feline location. Let's take a little break from this discussion and enjoy Luna. I agreed. My phone is low battery, so hopefully we got this for a bit. All right. Phone camera. Phone cam. Say hello to yourself. Yo, low base guy, just in time to see the cat. Hello. Where are you going? Look at them pretty eyes. Look at them pretty eyes. Trying to fight, kid? You trying to fight? Trying to fight? Trying to fight me? Trying to fight? Ah, we're done. We're done. We're done, kitten. Okay, we're back. Oh my phone dies. Which I'm pretty sure it literally just died. Oh, there goes my phone. Low base guy. Hello. Let me catch up here. Stop the ride. I want to get off. Nope. You can't. You had to witness the kitty. Yo. Wise person once defined to me what happiness comes from within, and everything external is entertainment. Interesting. That's pretty wise. The lowest of base guys. Indeed. Or maybe it's bass guy. Forgot the exact words he used of instead of entertainment, but it really got me thinking. That is good. I like it. Feisty Kitten. Yeah, she was ready to fight. Feisty Kitten was my other stripper name. That's wild. Being this is what we make of our time. There is no universal definition. Indeed. It's definitely bass, not bass. Funny. Or it's definitely bass, not bass. I just punched my mic again. And meaning the fulfillment is different for everyone. Never chase someone else's definition. True. That be the true, as they say in Atlas Fault. What's the movie called? I don't know. Wherever the movie is. Cloud Atlas, that's it. Why do we have 8 people here listening to me talk about financial woes? Anyway. Yeah. I love how it says low bass or bass like the fish. You know, sometimes you gotta be a fish, you know? Yeah, we're kind of just sitting here talking about money and happiness, and we're just chatting. Because today's been as Tuna said, existential. So yeah. We probably should do something. I don't know what that something is. Honestly, I kind of just like I don't know how much energy I have to like come up with abilities. It might just be drawing, to be honest, but I don't know. Or we just like have a short stream and then I go play PUBG or something. But yeah, there's a streamer friend who calls me Lopez. It's kind of an inside joke because low bass in his Swiss accent sounds like Lopez. I can see that. And jokingly ask him one day why he was calling me Lopez, so now he just calls me Lopez. That's funny. Lopez guy. I like it. Lopez, like the candy. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, this program has me doing 3 sets of 20 reps on leg extensions. I don't honestly know anything about. The burning is so freaking bad. I bet. I mean, I don't know. It's been like forever since I've done any sort of like actual workout that I don't really know enough about it anymore. Usually I've had a job that's kept me like walking around, you know, but I haven't really done whatever. I'm taking you to the gym during that trip. That sounds not fun. When I can't buy happiness, then why was I $75 lighter when I adopted my dog? True. There you go. There you go. Okay, now we gotta do some workout stuff. Here, you'll get to see me and Luna. Luna's doing some stretching. She's limbering up for her workout. But let me go. Let me also work out. We're gonna go the other way this time. Hi. She is a good kitten. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah. Those look tough. I need to keep up with those work redeems. I was kind of going slow because I didn't want to fall on the cat as well, but here we are. Also, my stance a little bit wider than normal. Whatever you want to call it. Money doesn't really make a difference to me personally because I don't spend it either way. I don't either. I hardly spend my money. But now it's just like living expenses. It costs like a certain amount of money to live, you know? My dude just feels bad. I feel like if you make enough money, it doesn't feel bad though. You know? I mean, I guess it depends on who you are, but like I wasn't comfortable spending money until I started making like a certain amount of money. Like my last job, I got a huge raise, like a 23% raise. I'm like, okay, I can spend money now, you know? So yeah. And that's why I actually like bought things like these headphones that are very expensive. Like, and then I was just like, okay, I can feel comfortable enough to buy those now. And there's something I use all the freaking time, and it was worth it. But yeah, I don't know. Hopefully this conversation was interesting. I feel like we probably can move on now. I don't know if we have more to share about it, but we got corners on living expenses to an unhealthy degree, so probably should start treating myself better. You should. If you have the ability to, there's certain things that are like, if you can afford it, obviously, and if, like, obviously you should save money, but there are certain things like that I do not regret spending money on, and maybe I would if I didn't have the money to. But yeah, something like a pair of headphones that are really nice, that's worth it, right? Or like good meals. But, you know, of course, food can cost a ton of money if you're like, you know, doing Uber Eats all the time or something like that, right? You're much better off, you know, cooking for yourself or whatever. But you guys have Uber in Europe? I don't even know. One would expect, because, well, I was about to say, is Uber actually a German company? Or is it just people using the term Uber? Remember when Uber was a popular word for gamers? It's like uber cool. Anyway. Anyway, let's should we do something? You guys want me to just draw like whatever? Like rather than just drawing a card, we could just do, I can't like accept my redeems for some reason. There we go. We have alternatives here, but I'm out of range for those services. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah. Like Lyft and stuff like that. I don't know. And we could talk about abilities and stuff. We could talk about game mechanics if you guys want to. But I feel like y'all are going to have to carry that conversation because I don't know if I can. I purchased 1 crate of graham crackers per month. There you go. Now you're sustained. Basically live next door to a store, so it doesn't matter much. Yeah. I mean, you'd be surprised. Some people still do that kind of stuff even when they're right next to a store. Mostly because the Baldism Unleashed. Low base guy. Doing the shake. Bald time. Indeed. Need to be. You guys want to see the thing I drew today? I don't think it's really good, but it's also just a sketch, so you guys can you'll be like, no, it's great. It's just a random lady. I drew it in a different style. I don't know what the style is, but I tried to be different. It's still like my tools, right? It's still like the same. That's adorable. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. It was kind of just like took some other artists like styles and through my attempt at making like a weird combination between them. Yeah, there's a random girl. And of course it's still sketchy. Took some Grot inspiration from the sketchy style. Grot and I guess Anonymous as well, right? Sketchy style. Makes it sound like I'm calling them sketchy. The anatomy's weird, like her shoulder's too high, but and her neck's kind of like far forward, but it was interesting to try something different. You know, that was kind of the vibe. But yeah, that's what I did today. That's literally my only accomplishment. So and I reached out to like 2 people to play AE, so maybe we'll do that. Look out, Spur. Have to duck out. Wish you all the work you need. Thank you, dude. I appreciate it. Later days, gang. See you, Thunder. Hopefully you have a great rest of your day. And a bountiful garlic harvest. So long, Thunder. We'll miss you. We do. We already miss you. You're not even gone and we miss you. Or maybe you are gone. We just miss you, okay? Yeah, I gotta be honest. I don't know what to do for the rest of the stream. We're kind of just here. It would take me days to draw something this good, and even then it wouldn't be as good. So not bad. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, honestly, I think like if I were to do this at the beginning of the year, I wouldn't have been able to do this. This probably took me like an hour, maybe, or 2. I don't know. I definitely wouldn't have been able to do it earlier this year. So we considered picking up comics again. It's such a time sink that I haven't. It would be fun, but I have cat hair all over me from petting her and then getting it on my gloves, and now it's all over my face, and I'm like, ah. Heart, you guys rock. Thanks, Thunder. Love you, dude. Have a good one. Ooh, what are we looking at? This is just a random sketch I did today because I had no inspiration to do anything else. And welcome in, Fig. Glad to have you here, as always. You do a stream a month where you make a quick comic. I could see that. I mean, every now and then I've thought of like doing like a small comic. I originally was doing, I showed this like last time on. This, oh wait. This, I showed this last time on stream, but this was going to be part of a comic, and then I just didn't finish it. Oops. Where's the over sketch? There's like 20 different sketches. The process on this has been absurd. There we go. There she is. OBS is currently active. All streams, recordings will shut down. Are you sure you wish to exit? I don't want to exit. Thank you. I don't know why you can't zoom in, but then whatever. This was something I was doing. I like a lot of the detail I did. Like, I feel like the belt looks cool and like the bracers look cool. Her hair's okay. Her face is a little weird. I might be able to do better now. The perspective on her axe is weird, and then her legs suck. Hi, everybody. What's up, Fig? This was kind of going to be something I did over like the course of like multiple months. Kind of like a mini fantasy romance comic. And it was literally just going to be that. But I never got around to it. But maybe I will. You should actually see the process on this. It's like such a... Like, this is another sketch layer to figure out how my anatomy is going. And there's this sketch, right? Which is her base sketch there. And then I did do color blocking, but I ended up changing her proportions, so that looks all weird now. And I have like a background, but that's kind of, I don't know, it doesn't matter. And then I have, okay, hold on. I have this layer of sketches, so that was before, and her legs are a little bit different there. But then there's also these sketches, which I guess is maybe the same. No, it's different. But they changed the perspective of her axe. But her axe actually might look better here. I don't know. Who's to say? Are you attacking me? Oh yeah, and then here's like, I guess that was, I think that was a different one. And I was trying to figure out body proportions. There's another one. I literally sketched this out like an absurd number of times. So yeah. Couldn't quite get it right. I suck at making female characters. If they don't pop right out of my head, out of nowhere, it's just all men. Honestly, I'm kind of the opposite. Usually I draw female characters. I enjoy it more. I don't know. What's up with you, Fig? We were having existential crises about money, and then now we're talking about art. And before that, we were talking about game design. I guess we can, I don't know, maybe just change to the art category. Even though apparently I don't appear in it. At least last time I didn't. Pickle Queen is her title. All hail the Pickle Queen. Yeah. Hi, Fig. Indeed. Hello, Fig. You know what? I think maybe we'll just do another quick drawing. What do you guys think? Can we just do some drawing just for the fun of it? What do you guys want me to draw? Anything you guys want. Don't all shout at once. Fig is gonna say something. Oh, you know what we could do? We could maybe Mike could start on another of the Axolotl series, but I am open to other things, especially like human characters. Could be fun. DDP. Did you already say hi to DDP, or was that when you were lurking for a second? I guess that was Thunder that said hi. Howdy do. Howdy do. Doody how. Toot's more like a duty how, get it? Because he's like a toot. Got him. Well, I'm waiting for my redeem to request a specific stuff. What about doing your own take on a popular character? Push-ups are out of stock. You have 13 minutes on it. Tuna did it, remember? I mean, I could do whatever. We could do a popular character. If we do a popular character, it will probably be one that I know, but stupid Twitch app says they're out of stock, and they should be out of stock for 13 minutes. Because it was done 17 minutes ago, and they're available every 30 minutes. So it's correct. Silly toot. Toots are for kids. Someone recognizable with unique features. For some reason, my first thought is Frieren from Frieren. I don't know why, but this is the first character that popped to mind. Ooh. Or Fern. I could do a Fern. How many of you watch Frieren? If you haven't, get out of here and go watch it right now. It's great, indeed. Two, get out of here. Go watch Frieren. This movie, this show, whatever. That's how it's spelled. Ah. What are we doing? I'm drawing something random based on okay bye. I'm drawing something random. I'm kind of in like I don't know what I'm doing, so we're just gonna draw. Tuna suggested I draw something from something recognizable. The first thing I thought of was Frieren. We don't have to do that, but I am just gonna draw something at random. Does anyone have any suggestions? Currently, it's somewhere in the Frieren universe. I don't know, I kind of like Frieren's design. Well, not necessarily more. I don't know. Dude, just like, okay, bye. If anyone has any other thoughts, we could maybe do something else, but I'm currently scrolling through references. I always thought it'd be interesting to do like recolors of stuff. I don't want to do that right now, but like you take like more plain like anime still frames and then like render them more. Thought that'd be kind of interesting. You tried drawing from reference much? I mean, usually I'm like constantly looking at references when drawing stuff. Like most of my characters, like most of the stuff I do for armies, like I'll have something on the side, you know? But I don't usually draw like character poses that much. Should we do like a random character pose drawing and then maybe transpose something on it if we get far enough? JoJo, please. I could. I was almost just gonna go to one of these like random pose generators online and just click it and see what happens. What do we think? Interesting pose trying to copy it. These are naked people. These are naked people. These are naked people. Hold on. Nope. Okay, we can't use this website. Well, actually, we just can't use the. Okay, there's a toggle. Clothing, please. Clothes and costumes, please. Generally, I would say to figure out anatomy, it's better to not to, but let's stick with clothing. These poses aren't that interesting. Or just weird. Hey, that's my chair. Hey. Yeah, I know you're doing it just to annoy me. You're doing it to annoy me. Yeah. You're telling me they're nude and uninteresting? Well, I turned off the nude toggle. So. All right. I will do exactly what I'll do exactly what Anonymous recommends here. This is actually technically a fan art, but I do like the pose. Like, I mean, I guess it's technically based on one of her normal poses, but I do like this. Let's copy the image for a second. Like that's a cool pose. It's like floating. It's kind of basic though, so maybe I should challenge myself a little bit more. I do like the flow of the piece though. I don't think she usually has like super interesting poses though. At least not on a quick cursory Google search. I like that idea, Anonymous. Even if it's AI generated one, yeah. I'm almost tempted to just grab a random pose and then transpose a character onto it. Because, I think that might give us something more interesting. Gosh dang it. We're not finding anything. Nothing that... Okay, maybe, you know what? We're just going to take all three ideas. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a JoJo pose. Maybe. And then we're gonna copy that pose and then turn it into a Freerun image. We're probably not going to get that far, but... but it sounds like a wild thing to do. I can pose for you. With the AI loop. Use the AI loop. We're gonna take this pose. For Tuna. I don't know anything about JoJo, but this seems dynamic and crazy. I might not go with the hand back here, but because this one looks kind of crazy, but we're gonna alter it and see what we can do with it, but we'll use it as reference. Maybe we'll use a different for your own character. I don't know. We're kind of gonna go with it. We're just gonna YOLO swag it. I forgot about the stream, but I'm back. No, you're good. We forgot about the stream too. We don't know what we're doing. Very forgetful. You're good. Not only are we making, we're just gonna use this as a reference, right? This pose. So kind of looking like this. Head cocked to the side. Body's like facing this way. Shoulders. Although the shoulder's like way back here, the other shoulder. We're just drawing for reference now. Who knows what we're doing? We're doing something. And the arm is like behind the head. My head's way too big already, like based on like the reference. I have a tendency to draw bigger, more circular heads because of the styles I typically do. Which isn't like the worst thing, but it definitely affects how I do things, you know? Which I don't mind, right? I usually like theater styles anyway, and that's kind of what that leans it toward, but...
DeepToot123 gifted 1 subscriptions to the community.
Yo! What just happened? Oh. Your new sub goal of 10 was complete. Yo! Sub goal. Oh, thank you for the subscription to Gao. That was a cool guy. Frieren doing a JoJo pose is just way too hilarious of an idea. I guess this is where we are. Oh, an ad. Oh. Shit, I meant to specifically to Sean. Womp womp. I kind of figured, but here we are. I appreciate it regardless. I kind of didn't even realize there was an ad. We're kind of just YOLOing it today. Thank you, dude.
DeepToot123 gifted a tier 1 subscription to Sean_the_porn_mostly lawn.
I liked how it said that. Thank you, Toot. Frieren doing a JoJo pose. That's where we're at. That's where we've ended up here. The shoulder is not even like the shoulder's like here. Yeah, like this is insane. An insane pose. Hands like way up here. This is probably going to end up being sketchy still, but... And it's also in my style, so it's like, we've got lots of degrees of craziness. Problem is the head, again, the head is definitely too big. The arms, like, comes out here and then gets, like, absolutely massive toward the screen. Right, like the hand. The perspective is like the hand is as big as the head. Oh my goodness, no more ads. Ads are the enemy. Kill them. Kill them dead. Murder them. Actually, I really should have just gone on Pinterest. That was my first mistake. Because I clicked on this and then I saw other poses. I'm like, those are actually kind of cool, but we've committed at this point. He's also very muscular, which is like not ideal for drawing dainty woman. Using a very muscularly posed man. I'm almost wondering if instead of okay, so is it better to like here, we'll have this as a reference that we can show you guys if you want to see it. But what if instead we have, if we're doing the Frieren thing, have the staff be like between these two hands, you know, like almost like a bow staff move, you know, have her staff like that. I think that's kind of cool. I don't know if that's crazy, but or maybe like pointed more forward. Hey, Michelangelo used Jackmen as models when he drew women. There you go. That's why his drawings of women are so ripped. There you go. That would be interesting. Just that'd be interesting. Could work very well. We'll see how it goes. See how we do. Okay. Hips that do not lie. This is where I struggle usually. Is how to draw legs. Luckily, we have a reference. But legs I usually can't draw. So let me up. Today is a self-improvement day, is what today is. What it has been. Maybe if I look at it like that, we'll be okay. The other leg comes up like this. And goes back like this, like a crazy person. Very flexible. I think the thing that's throwing me off now is just the way I guess the chest. Oh, I'm drawing on two separate layers. I want it to be all one layer. Usually you have the opposite problem. It's kind of more. I don't know. Look, a spider. Dude, everyone needs a chill day for 14 days. I say at least. Yeah, that's the thing though. It's like you think you have weekends for that, but you know, here we are. Problem is, it's kind of hard to tell what sort of Like, I'm trying to see. All right, what do you want? Do you want Fern or Freyren? What are we thinking? Either will work. They both have a staff. If we go for this pose. No, everybody wants to do stuff with you on the weekends. That's true. Which is funnier because I'd say Freyren is. Hanging out with peeps and doing activities is not chilling. You know, I completely agree with that. Okay, we'll do Freyren. It's kind of hard to tell Freyren's, like, well, I guess it doesn't matter. She's got clothes on. I was like, her body proportions. I guess not. She's very, like, skinny. Workout. You got it. Yeah, she's, like, very, very skinny, so it's gonna be interesting to, like, because he's, like, a very, very jacked man, and she's very, like, you know, slender. But of course, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Can I see the reference on I'm driving? Here, it'll be up on the screen. This one.
Why do they call it oven when you have in the cold food of out hot heat the food?
A classic Sean line. Where the heck is my push up or sit ups? What the? That's me when I go kill a bug in the bedroom. Right? Yeah. I got bored. There you go. The longer JoJo went, the skinnier and shorter they become. What the? Don't tell him, chat. The question for you, pal. How do you have that locked? I have, you can pull up the navigator menu. And then you can just use that as its own source. You can like pull off of on OBS, you can pull this. I would assume you could do the same in Illustrator. Well, I just ruined it, I think. I just need to resize it again. It is kind of covered up by our little guys. The what? The navigator menu. It's like navigator. You click that and it pops up. Normally it's attached to this, but then you can detach it and then that's what it's called. I don't know what to tell you. No, I was just saying what the F. Ah, gotcha. Beats, I need you to react to either the JoJo openings for 1 second of each or 1 second of each episode. I mean, I've seen some of the the stuff before, but one day I'll probably just watch it. But I suppose I could do React at some point. Oops. I don't want to draw hands. The legs are doing some crazy shit. Brought out a swear for it because that's how crazy they're. So the biggest thing right now is that, again, my head proportions are really big for my styles usually. So this hand really, well, I guess part of it is it could be farther away, but by that I mean kind of closer. I don't know, it's kind of weird. It's close to the screen. I guess it kind of goes over his arm. Trying to force the perspective a little bit more, but it doesn't quite work. I don't know. Dio cooked the dog Natalby. He cooked the dog. Who? What? That might be good if you're doing for your over. That's true. Yeah. Remember seeing the crazy JoJo moment of the first time and a surreal experience when you don't have the context. Even with the context, still surreal. Good degree of zero knowledge about it is when it what does it feels like if you were dreaming. Yeah. I'd eat a dog if I was hungry enough. Cooked dog. We're talking about cooking dogs. Got another 10 minutes. Welcome back. I feel like it would be cool to have the staff. I'm trying to figure out how exactly that would line up. Because it's kind of like one of those poses where you have like the staff behind the head, you know, like a bow staff move. Is how we could do that. I think it's a good way to translate it into the... I'm just trying to think because it almost seems like... Okay, let's do this on a new layer. It almost seems like the staff would have to even come closer to... What does it look like? It's like a little crescent moon on a thing. It almost feels like we'd have to have it like coming even closer to screen. Oh, this is gonna kill me. Because in theory, it's more like... It would be like... I guess it'd be pointing down in theory? Because like the back of it would be here, and then it would go this way. But really, it kind of wants to go more like here and then this way. I don't know. But it like kind of needs to come at the screen, and that's what kind of hurts my brain. Back to read, I eat a dog. Cooked dog. What the hell? This is better. Is this better in context? Please tell me that's the case. It's only better if you're in Asia. Oh no. It's a beat stream. We talk about anything. It's true. It's true. Nope. I'm trying to understand the perspective so hard, but it's just not working. So I think I just have to go with what I can understand, which is kind of going like this. Does this even make sense? What am I even doing? Why am I here? Just make it more extreme. This might actually help me figure out perspective. Extreme! Extreme! It's bending with space-time. We've gone too far. He's gone mad with power. I think the problem is, like, this probably wouldn't be facing down like that. I don't know. Yeah, it would definitely, this is definitely not right. It would be more. Okay, let's do a comparison between what I've drawn and what our reference looks like. I'd eat myself if I had a cloning machine. Excuse me. What if you lost track? Auto cannibalism. Listen, Thunder, you look quite tasty, but I wouldn't eat you. I would like to eat some uranium powder before I die, just to see what it tastes like. Honestly, fair. With the places I've been, it would probably take a miracle to clean this enough to eat. Maybe mercury. Call that seasoning. No one eat me, I'm made of grass. Glass as a pawn. Sorry, I thought grass because you mow the lawn. Sorry, I got confused. I'm pretty decent on character. Again, my head is huge, but I wasn't horribly off with my pose. It was decent, you know? It could have been worse. We'll go a little more dramatic with this leg here, though. We are going to make the head a little bit smaller, just so I can kind of nail this a little bit better, because I think that's what's kind of throwing me off. Like, perspective-wise. This is kind of like tracing, but, you know, here we are. Sometimes you live and you learn. I kind of like the bigger head, to be honest, but at the same time, I feel like I want to... Okay, now here's the thing. Yeah, I kind of like the bigger head. It feels more me. I don't know. We'll go a little bit bigger. Not too much. We want to keep the hand in the spot. Apparently human tastes a little like pork. I mean, don't pigs share like a stupid amount of DNA with people? Right. Getting the perspective on this is going to be near impossible for me. This is a struggle. I'll tell you what. I've never been good at doing like perspective line stuff either. This is like one of the things I struggle with, which is probably good that we're practicing it, right? I guess like the thing to do is figure out how the tube, like pretend that this staff is a tube, right? One point is like back behind the hand, right? The other point should be like in front of camera, like here. And then the perspective, I guess, goes like this, right? And then I guess simplified, the staff is like a plane like this. This is maybe a little too dramatic, but we're going for dramatic. A plane, and then I guess the circular part of the staff. Then we can kind of add the detail back in of what the staff actually looks like. Like a point here. Maybe. Which disappoints me. We should at least taste like chicken. I'll have hair. It'll have hair anyway. Well, if you are a frog, you do frog. I've eaten frog before. Like how chat is this very weird side convo and Beats is over here drawing. Yeah, it's just how it works, you know? Frogs taste like chicken, for real. I want to eat shark again because I only tried it once and I don't remember what it tasted like anymore. There. Yeah, this is kind of a typical Beats stream. It's just kind of I'm doing something, you guys are just talking about some weird some weird stuff. You know? I want to like along this a little bit. Maybe shrink it a smidge. I think I'm ruining it. I guess we can just make the circle a little less big. That's kind of the issue I have with it right now. I think the perspective is just going to be messed up. And we're just going to have to live with that. Because the perspective of this in the first place is just insane. All right, we got to do one more attempt. I'm doing one more attempt. I had the same issue with this with that drawing I was showing earlier, where it's like you get closer to camera. I guess it's like this. How do we continue this out? The trend would go this way. No, maybe? Yes? I was having the same problem with the drawing I was showing you earlier. It's like I couldn't figure out the perspective. I think this might be as close as we're gonna get. I don't know. Perspective is hard, y'all. I think that's decent. I'm off again. Night, guys. All right, dude. Night. It's good seeing you as always. Thanks for coming back. We'll miss you again. And I guess we're gonna adjust the pose slightly to fit the we're just gonna merge these now. We're gonna be brave. Merge layers. Actually, I don't know. Well, the pose kind of works. I'm at 6K Bitcoin, so I'm progressing quite fast. Jeez. That's insane, actually. I think the streaks are pretty crazy. They help a lot. All right, free run. Make you more free run like. Starting with the hair, because why not? I think her hair should definitely want it like kind of. You know, we're gonna start with her clothing, actually. Although that's also gonna be weird because this one should probably be like this. This is probably a drawing I won't finish, but just because it'll take a lot of time. But I think it is funny to, not funny, but it's an interesting challenge, right? How many people thought beets was for the vegetable first, or am I alone? I think probably most people. Although a lot of people also don't know the difference between beet and beat, like music, you know? So usually people are confused most ways and don't understand that beat is short for beetle. This would be like, her skirt would be like tight to this leg because her leg's up. This one I guess would probably be almost similar, but we can add a little bit of flowy motion to it. I can see people thinking you're a music channel. That's very true. I could too. It may have like made more sense for me to like call it like Beatles creations, but I think Beats sounds more fun or something. Also more fun, but more catchy. Gonna fall asleep any minute. It's a good night if I randomly do. No worries. Tis quite late. So we'll probably just finish this sketch and call it a day. Premature good night then, indeed. Got them big old elf ears. Kind of more straight out though, less curved, like one might think. I like using different colors to like provide separation between like some of the stuff. A lot of time it helps helps you figure out what your dimensionality of stuff is. The ears might be too high. Probably are. Ridiculous. This is definitely not the right color to be looking at, but it's okay. 3:32 a.m. Jeez. I think most of this pigtail will be behind her arm, but you can kind of force it in here. I think this is the generic gesture of it all. Got like small, thick eyebrows. I don't know. Do we bother coloring this in? What time is it? Not coloring it in, but finishing it up. Or like doing some like rough line art. I think we might just call this one a day. Call it a day. Everyone's sleepy. I'm sleepy. You're sleepy. I might go play some games. Call it a night. But y'all did help me feel better, so I do appreciate you guys being here as always. Still here with you, buddy. Yeah, I think I might just call it though anyway. I appreciate you guys being here. I definitely I could definitely do more with this, but I think I just I think I might just call it. Just because. Call it an early night. I don't need to stream for 5 hours. I'm not begging you to stay this stream stay on time. Begging you to stay on this time. No, I mean, yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I figure it's just gonna be we're basically almost at time. I could keep going, but I'd rather just find someone to raid and head on out. We basically finished the sketch here. It's interesting. I kind of don't like what the legs are doing as far as like a pose. I think the top half is kind of cool. But it's hard to imagine like what she's actually doing here. Oh, I'll save it, of course, but let's call it Jojo Freer. How do you even spell Freerin? I can never spell it. Freerin. There you go. Your homework is go watch Freerin. Does the wife like anime? I'm assuming not, because I feel like she doesn't seem the type, but maybe I'm wrong. Because okay, well, I feel like it's fun for the whole family because it's just kind of wholesome and good and it's just a good story. But like certain anime, it's just all around a good show. Like Castlevania. I haven't seen Castlevania. It's a little darker though, right? We expect a 4-page report for your homework too. Agreed. It's just such a good show. It kind of has everything you would want, you know, in a show. It's kind of like just like it's wholesome, it's cool, it's interesting. Talks about life, you know. Gee, I haven't done homework in 7 years. Honestly, it's kind of funny because like I never wrote a lot like in my free time, but now I like write a bunch of like card abilities and just do a bunch of stuff that I never would have expected based on you know, just random things I have to do, you know. I work remote, all my work is homework. There you go. Well, my friends, let's find someone to raid. I think we raid someone new. I think that's what we should do. I've raided people I know a lot lately. I feel like it'd be cool to raid someone we don't. I will see if there's anyone that we're following that I am like... that I don't know. Some people are just good with drinking and watching TV, so I'd say you're doing good, man. There you go, true. We could raid that lady that you were for the road. There you go. A bald for the road. We could raid that lady that Toots raided the other day. She's playing Hades 2. It's a based game. Or we could find someone else. What do we think? She was nice. Yeah, let's raid her. Why not? She's new enough. New enough for me. I've never raided her before. And Hades 2 or Hades 1 was sick. I really need to get Hades 2. I haven't played it, but all right, let's do it. Start raid. All right, y'all. Have a great day. I will see you all I don't know. Maybe tomorrow, dude. Are we maybe tomorrow? We might do a playtest tomorrow. I don't know. We'll talk about it. Is tomorrow Saturday? Yeah. Not 100% sure what's going on, but maybe a playtest tomorrow. If not, I think I might maybe line something up for and then stream directly after. There you go. I can raid into you. Playtest, and then you leave, and I'll just stream for like a bit, and we'll just raid into you. Anyway, let's raid this lady, and y'all have a great net last year. Whatever. We'll probably do a short stream tomorrow with a play test with Doot. So anyway, catch y'all later. Have a good one. Thank you for brightening my day. Thank you for all the subs and all that. So, all right, goodbye. Before the stream happens automatically. Goodbye.